Good evening and welcome to the Collegewise Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Gwen and I will be facilitating tonight's session for you over the next 45 minutes. Just wanted to get a couple of housekeeping announcements before we get started. Just want to remind our attendees that both your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists and the presenters will not be able to see or hear you. However, there is a Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen that will allow you to ask questions of our presenters throughout the next 45 minutes. I do want to encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity and to ask your questions. They are here to make sure that you leave with all the information that you need tonight, and they are more than happy to answer those for you. If you have a question that is specific to a certain institution, go ahead and make note of that in your question and address it to that particular school. Otherwise, if you have just a general question, feel free to just ask that, and that way each of our presenters will be able to respond with information according to their institution. Also, just a reminder that this particular session and all StriveScan sessions are being recorded. Those sessions will be those recordings will be available in about a week at the same website where you registered for this particular program. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get us started. And our first presenter tonight is from University of Dubuque.
Can I share my screen now or not yet?
I'm sorry?
Can I share my screen now?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hi, my name is Jose Escariza, and I am with the University of Dubuque. It is my pleasure for those of you joining through StriveScan to learn more about the University of Dubuque and who we are. Here at the University of Dubuque, we have a phrase that is called, so we like to call UD starts with U. Much of what the University of Dubuque has become is because of the success of our students and who have they become after they graduated. The University of Dubuque is located in Dubuque, Iowa, with a population size of about 65,000 people, and we sit right in the tri-state border of Illinois, Wisconsin, and Iowa. Just to get you guys a perspective, we are about 3 hours away from Chicago. We have about 2,000 students, and we're actually very fortunate to be a very diverse campus. We have students from 43 different states and 22 different countries. We have students from, of course, from Illinois, Wisconsin, and Iowa, but our fourth leading state, believe it or not, happens to be California. So I've been working with students from California for the past 11 years, and we have had very great success recruiting out of California. The University of Dubuque, we have over 60 different clubs, organizations. And the best part about this is if we don't have a club organization that you're involved with in high school and would love to have it, if there's plenty of interest, we can make that happen. For example, we didn't have a paintball club or a fishing club, and there's actually happened to be a lot of interest in that. And now today it is actually fully funded by the University of Dubuque. And then also we've been very fortunate to have had $300 million in renovation the past 25 years. We have a stunning state-of-the-art performing arts center, a brand new athletics complex, indoor facility, and a brand new health center. And the health center is not for students who are just sick. Students can go in there and receive primary care, brain health, dietary, and wellness. We really do care about the well-being of our students. Here at the university, we don't have 100 different majors. We just have roughly about 35, but 35 great majors. Average size classrooms are going to be about 25 students, and students are able to get that one-on-one attention by their professors and get that hands-on experience that the students are looking for. Some of our popular majors are going to be business, criminal justice, education, biology, psychology, sociology, and nursing. A little side note for nursing, our pass rate for the boards has been 100% for the past 5 years for first-time takers. So we're very, very excited to have such a successful nursing program here at the university. A unique major that we have here at the university is going to be aviation. This is for students who want to fly planes. Unfortunately, we don't have any engineering, so students aren't able to build the planes or anything like that. This is strictly for students who want to become pilots, and we also give them the opportunity to learn how to fly helicopters. Another unique major is computer graphics, and this is for students who like to work with 2 and 3D animation. And then we also have digital forensics as well. Um, Another good feature about the University of Dubuque is we actually offer free tutoring at the Academic Support Center. And this is for students who need help in writing a paper, proofreading a paper, or just need that extra explanation. Just go in there. It is free tutoring, and students are very lucky to have these resources available for them. And we also have a career center where we prepare our students for the future. We assist them in writing cover letters and resumes, job search, interviews, interview preparations, and networking assistance as well. For athletics, we are Division III, and we have the following sports. We go from soccer, tennis, men's lacrosse, football, volleyball, wrestling, cross country, track, baseball, softball, golf, and cheerleading. If you like the sport but you don't want the commitment, that's perfectly fine. We also offer intramural sports for the students as well, and these sports usually last between 2 and 3 weeks. And the best part about the University of Dubuque is our admissions team. We are one-stop shop, meaning that your admissions counselor that you're working with, they will assist you with the admissions process, financial aid, your roommate, and class schedule. And the best thing about the University of Dubuque this year, the application is super easy. We only require the application and transcripts. We are test optional, meaning you don't need to submit your test scores on your SAT or ACT. Now, if you've taken the SAT or ACT, you're more than welcome to turn those in with your application. And the turnaround for the application, for you to know if you've been accepted is or not, is going to be between 24 and 48 hours. So we do it extremely fast for you. And then, of course, if you'd like to receive more information about the University of Dubuque, please fill this form out, and we will be in touch with you soon.
All right, thank you, University of Dubuque. Next up, we're going to hear from DePauw University.
All right. Hi, everybody. Natalie Legg here from DePauw University. I recruit on the West Coast and in the states of Missouri and Minnesota. Before we dive too deep, though, I do want to give a little bit of a background makeup of who our students are, where they come from. Even though we are a Midwestern institution, we are about 45 minutes west of Indianapolis in Greencastle, Indiana. Only about 33% of our students actually come from the state of Indiana. I did a count last year, and about 33 students of the around 2,000 students came from California, Oregon, and Washington State. So there is representation across the nation as well as across the world. When I started at DePauw 7 years ago, it was about a quarter of campus's varsity athletics, and now we are up to almost a third, which is also super exciting to see. We're technically a university because we not only have a College of Liberal Arts, but we also have a School of Music. So for those of you who are musicians, you have 4 different degree options to choose from. On the College of Liberal Arts side, all of our students will earn a BA, also known as a badass degree at DePauw University. But even if you're invested in music and you don't want to quite go to that degree level, there is a lot of fluidity between the two schools. So a lot of our students are involved in any of the orchestras, vocal groups, but they might actually just solely be enrolled in the College of Liberal Arts. As you can see, we have a few different majors and minors to choose from, but our students also have till second semester of their sophomore year to officially declare. Along that first year and a half, all different types of exploration, not just within majors and minors that you're thinking of declaring, but also in graduation requirements. And that will allow for all different types of skill sets to be strengthened throughout your 4 years, whether it's oral communication, speaking skills, research skills, writing skills. We want to make sure that you are fully prepared and well-rounded to get to that end career goal, whatever that may be, whether it's graduate school, those stepping stones, and those entry-level positions, to make sure that you are set up for success wherever you end up. Now, if you want to raise the bar a little bit higher, you're already doing that in high school with APs, IBs, dual credit, honors courses, anything like that. You might want to check out and apply also separately to one of our 4 honors and fellows programs. These open many more doors, not just at the academic level with classroom experience, but also with the experiential learning opportunities, paid internships, study abroad, research, you name it. Those connections will be there, whether it be through our alumni or staff and faculty that are on campus. We want to make sure that we are helping you raise the bar if that is something that you're interested in. But some students don't want to do AP, IB at the collegiate level, like our honors and fellows programs, and that is a-okay. These 8 academic centers will still open those doors to networking opportunities, to those off-campus opportunities, to make sure that you are also continuing to set yourself up for success in the career realm. For example, the Hubbard Center for Student Engagement on the right-hand side of your screen gives you that career advising, whether it's to dust up and strengthen your resume, learn how to write a cover letter, or also offer that career advising, whether it's on the pre-health, pre-law, or graduate school track, anything along those lines. For those of you who are thinking business but don't want to go quite into the management fellows realm, the McDermott Center for Management and Entrepreneurship still provides that professional development as well as those internship opportunities. Now, I mentioned off campus, and this is actually part of the pieces that are my favorite things on campus, experiential learning, and off campus, I guess I should say. So we actually require students to complete at least 2 experiential learning opportunities throughout their 4 years at DePauw. That doesn't mean that you have to go off campus, but it does allow for so many opportunities, whether it's during the spring and fall semesters or during our winter term and May terms. It could even be over the summer. Any of these options are available to you to help continue to guide you and where you want to go with your career path, whatever that may be. You can start doing research the summer after your freshman year. You can go abroad or do a winter or May term trip off campus the spring of your freshman year. So a lot of doors that are already open to you that you can start participating in every single year of the 4 years during your time at DePauw. Now, you're not in the classroom as much as you are in high school. So how do you fill that time, whether you're a varsity athlete involved in an honors and fellows program? We definitely keep you busy at DePauw. You pile your plate high with as many things as possible, but you find out your likes, dislikes from all of those opportunities. But you have a lot of guidance throughout all of this, whether it's with your academic advisor, your mentor who is tied in with you in your freshman year. We have activities fairs the very first week of every semester to let you to be introduced to all these different clubs and organizations that we have on campus, all different types of speakers, whether it's Malala, Leslie Odom Jr., we've had David Cameron, who was Prime Minister before the Brexit occurred, as well as on the school music side, Yo-Yo Ma, the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra. So many different opportunities to be involved, but our students are not only successful throughout their 4 years at DePauw, they're also successful as alumni. So how else can we give you the resources so that you're able to find that success? For those of you who are seniors who are thinking about applying, we do a holistic review process and we are free to apply, whether it's via the common application or the DePauw University application. It doesn't matter which one you apply to. We are always looking for reasons to admit though, and not reasons to deny. So that's why we do a holistic review. For those students who haven't been able to take ACT or SAT, or they feel that their test scores don't represent them well, they don't have to submit them. And that will not hinder your chances of admissibility or for a merit scholarship. So something to also keep in mind as you guys are looking to apply to different institutions. On the scholarship side of things, this year we are awarding students between $24,000 and $40,000 merit scholarship alone, but we do have other additional scholarships outside of just merit. We're looking at ethics, service, all that jazz. On the financial aid side of things, please submit your FAFSA and any other additional tax documents. You'll be contacted by our financial aid team if we do need additional pieces. You can also see our deadlines on the left-hand side. Thank you guys for being here, and it was a pleasure to present to you all.
All right, thank you, DePauw University. Just a reminder to our attendees to ask questions. Our presenters will be more than happy to answer those for you. Next up, we're going to hear from Hillsdale College.
Excellent, thank you. My name is Kelly Kane, and I am the Hillsdale College Director of West Coast Recruitment, along with being a 2014 graduate of Hillsdale myself. So while I specifically work with students from Southern California, Arizona, Hawaii, and Alaska, you'll find my contact information at the end of this, and I'm welcome to help point you, happy to help point you to your correct admissions counselor if you live outside of my territory. But Hillsdale is a small, private, Christian, classical liberal arts college located in southern Michigan. We have about 1,460 students coming from all 50 states, and more than 70% of our students do come from outside of Michigan. Hillsdale is a member of Colleges That Change Lives. It's ranked top 55 best national liberal arts colleges in America by US News. And we've also received an A+ financial health rating from Forbes. So I'm going to start with a quick history lesson. It's my favorite part of my alma mater. But Hillsdale College was founded in 1844 by a group of Free Will Baptists, and it was founded as the first US college with an anti-discrimination clause in its charter. So since our founding, we've prohibited discrimination based on sex, race, creed, and country of origin. And so to stay true to this history today, we're an entirely independent and private college that accepts no government funding, and we're also a Christian non-sectarian school. So we're not tied to a specific church or denomination, and you're not required to be a Christian to attend. I think it's a great balance of students who really are comfortable talking about big ideas like religion, but are also comfortable with people coming from a different perspective than them. So lots of faith opportunities available in the student life, but not an obligation for you to be a Christian to attend Hillsdale. So with academics, Hillsdale takes a classical approach to the liberal arts. We want all students to build a foundation of reading, writing, research, and rhetoric skills. So to do this, we take a traditional approach to education, really rooted in ancient Athens, Rome, and Jerusalem, of a core curriculum for a third of your time. So really working through this diet of the mind. It includes classes like Great Books Literature, US Constitution, chemistry, fine arts, philosophy, and mathematics. And then the other 2/3 of your time is spent in the major of your choice. Hillsdale has more than 40 academic programs to choose from, and many of our students double major. You can see a list of our most popular majors here on the screen, but they include economics, English, biology, and mathematics. Advising opportunities for pre-medicine, pre-law, pre-dentistry, pre-engineering, and more are also quite popular. And as a small school, Hillsdale really prioritizes the classroom experience for our undergraduates. So our average class size is only 15. We want you to be able to dig into great conversations. Opportunities for research include our 685-acre biology research station, our human cadaver lab and genetics research lab on campus. And then we also have additional chemistry, biology, physics, and psychology research opportunities at the school. Hillsdale also offers study abroad, as well as a Washington, D.C. internship program. And overall, this results in a 98% graduate placement rate within 6 months, meaning that 98% of our alumni are working full-time or are in graduate school shortly after graduation, and more than 90% of our students say that their first position relates to their career goals. And then with student life, we want to find ways for you to explore what you're learning outside the classroom. So with more than 70% of our students coming from out of state, it's a very active and residential campus. So all freshmen and overall almost 75% of students do live in a residence hall on campus. There are more than 100 different clubs, so faith-based clubs, political organizations, hobbies that you can explore like outdoor recreation or investment club. More than 20% of our students are Division II athletes. So we are an NCAA D2 program that offers athletic scholarships. We have 14 D2 teams along with 17 club and 11 intramural programs. About a quarter of our students are involved with Greek life. Roughly 40% are involved in the performing arts. We have student government, debate and mock trial. And we also have a well-recognized college newspaper that's ranked top 5 in the nation and a very active volunteerism program. I think community service is one of the most popular activities at Hillsdale, and our average student who volunteers does so for more than 70 hours each school year. And again, while the college is Christian, we do not require our students to sign a statement of faith. Instead, we'll ask you to sign our honor code. It's a 2-sentence statement that challenges you to be honest, dutiful, respectful, and service-oriented. So it's definitely a place where students sign that honor code, take it seriously, talk about it a lot, and then don't lock their dorm rooms or leave their laptops on textbooks in the library while they go to class to save that spot to study. So it's definitely a close-knit community in that way. And the honor code really facilitates those conversations that a liberal arts education is about. So wanting you to dig into civil discourse, have conversations about where we agree and disagree, and really trying to get at what is good, true, and beautiful together. Now, with the application process, there are 2 applications for Hillsdale, on our website or through the common application. There is no application fee for Hillsdale, and we do a holistic review of your materials. We are test optional for fall 2021, so you have the choice whether or not to submit your test scores, but regardless of what choice you make there, we will also look at your transcripts, resume, letters of recommendation, and writing when we make a decision. Now, the early decision binding deadline is coming up on November 1st, and then the rest of our pool is rolling. So we're going to give priority scholarship consideration to students who apply by January 1st and who do an admissions interview. We offer merit, talent, and need-based scholarships. So scholarships for things like athletics, art, music, theater, dance, as well as academic merit-based scholarships. All students are automatically considered for merit and are encouraged to apply for need-based aid. We offer scholarships to more than 95% of our students, and the average package is more than $22,000 per year. So I know that was a quick overview of Hillsdale. I hope it painted a clearer picture of the school. I encourage you to be in touch with any other questions that you might have, and you can use that link there to find the virtual events page of our website. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you, Hillsdale College. Our next presenter is from Hope College.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Looking forward to present with you a little bit about Hope College. So let's get on with it. So my name is David Brady, and I am the admissions rep that handles students in Minnesota, Wisconsin, as well in the state of Michigan, the Lansing area, things like that. But just a little bit about me. I've been at Hope College since 2015. All 4 of my children have gone to Hope College, and that's actually how I got there. And I also love to ride road bikes. So if anybody's out there likes that. A little bit of overview of Hope College. We are a private Christian liberal arts school, about 3,000 students. We're located in Holland, Michigan, which is actually about 2 hours and 15 minutes north and east of Chicago. So we are about 10 minutes away from the lake shore. Downtown Holland is considered 8th Street. Our campus starts on 9th Street and goes all the way to about 15th Street. So again, as I said, from an academic standpoint, we have more than 90 majors and minors and pre-professional programs that students can access. Contrary to some liberal arts schools, Hope is really heavy in the sciences. So biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, nursing, kinesiology, psychology. So our biggest majors, though, are education, business, as well as communication. So lots of opportunities to study different things at Hope College. We also have study abroad opportunities for students where we send them to over 60 different countries into 300 different programs for them. Now, let's go back in regards to some of the unique things about the academic options at Hope. Hope is ranked number 23rd in the nation for undergraduate research. So as a freshman, if you want to get involved in research, you can do that. We have what are called day 1 programs, and those are called that because on day 1, when you start school, you are obviously certainly starting to do research, and that can continue for the next 3 years for you. So lots of opportunities for you to do that. 85% of our students that apply to medical school actually get into medical school. So we're very proud of that statistics, and we think world-class academics, research opportunities, leadership opportunities for you certainly get you to be able to be, again, into a medical school. Now, as I said, Hope is a Christian college. Unique from the standpoint here is that, we are, even though we were founded by the Reformed Church of America 154 years ago, Hope currently is this ecumenical institution. So it's an institution for students of faith, students of no faith, as well. So certainly you do not have to be a Christian to come to Hope College. Now, the faith dimension at Hope is very invitational. What I mean by that is you're going to be invited to attend chapel Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10:30 to 10:52. Nobody has to go, but over 1,500 students pack into Dinnet Chapel to do that because it's a very dynamic, again, experience where you can really live out your faith. It's a very authentic experience for our students as well. There's over 70 Bible studies that you can be part of, mission trips that you can go on, intentional living communities. We actually have 6 full-time campus ministers that are there just to serve you as students. Unique thing at Hope as well is for anyone who is a Roman Catholic, there's a priest that is stationed full-time on Hope's campus. So they actually have daily mass Sunday through Saturday. So it's just a unique combination between the college as well as an institute called the St. Benedict Institute. But again, very invitational and something that I would certainly encourage you to check it out. Hope is we have safe and significant spaces. So certainly the Center for Diversity and Inclusion serves more than 2,000 students annually. We're excited that this year we brought in the 2nd most diverse class at Hope College. So 19.6% of our students were actually underrepresented students. I think one of the main programs there is our Phelps Scholars Program. That is a freshman only program. So about 120 of our 800 students that come in participate in Phelps Scholars. About 33% of them are Caucasian, the rest are African American, Hispanic, Asian, mixed race, and some international students. But it's a great opportunity to live in diversity, study diversity, and actually study how our world is becoming so much more of a global environment. So it's so that's a great thing. Hope is also a Division III school. We have 22 sports, so 11 for females, 11 for males. So football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, softball, golf, track and field, cross country, swimming and diving. So the major sports that are out there. But again, we're Division III, so no scholarships are going to be awarded for students who want to come and play. A couple traditions at Hope. We have the pull, 123 years in the making. This is a tug of war in the fall between the freshman guys and the sophomore guys. As you can see from that picture, it's quite intensive in regards to the competition. There's also Nykirk, which is a competition between the freshman girls and the sophomore girls. We have over 80 different student organizations. We do an early notification deadline, which is November 1st, and obviously National Decision Day, May 1st. Timeline-wise, you'll know scholarships from Hope College about December 15th. Financial aid gets sent out on the 1st of February. So come check us out sometime. Again, we're in Holland, Michigan. Again, my name is David Brady, and I am obviously recruit in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and some in the state of Michigan, but I can certainly help you out with anything, any questions that you have. So appreciate your time tonight. Thanks much.
Thanks, Hope College. The next school that you're going to hear from is Michigan State University.
Thank you. My name is Larry Alterman, and I am from the Office of Admissions at Michigan State. And I'm just going to run through some information for you. So we're located in East Lansing, Michigan. East Lansing is in the center of the lower part of the state of Michigan. And wherever you are in the country, if you're West Coast, East Coast, or somewhere else, you can fly into Detroit. And from the Detroit airport, we're about an hour and 15 minutes to our campus. East Lansing is a classic college town. When you look at the image in the upper right, you see East Lansing, where you see the umbrellas, multiple blocks, shops, restaurants, things to do, campus directly across the street. We have students on our campus from all 50 states, 130 countries around the world. Michigan State is a place where everyone can feel comfortable and welcome. Our campus has a lot of trees, a lot of grass. It's very flat. It's great for walking, great for biking. If you want to sit underneath a tree and maybe read a book or listen to some music or just relax, there's many places on our campus to do that. We do have all 4 seasons, and we have a very wide variety of architecture as well. We are a large school. We have 49,000 total students, but we're very much dominated by undergraduate students with 39,000 undergrads. We have 200 different majors in 17 degree granting colleges. When we do admit students, the major you've selected does not have an impact, and you have great flexibility to change your major as well. We have 3 great residential colleges, which give you the chance to have a small school feel within the larger university if it matches up with your academic interests. We have an honors college at Michigan State, which is academically based and invitation only. However, you can be in any major and be part of our honors college and enjoy the tremendous flexibility that those students have. We're always adding new buildings. Our new STEM teaching, learning, and interdisciplinary research facility. This will open in September of 21. And just last year, we opened the Minskoff Pavilion, which is an addition to our Broad College of Business. This is only an addition. There are many ways you can customize your experience at Michigan State. One of them, our entrepreneurship minor, can be combined with any major. Undergraduate research is a major part of our academic culture. Every year we have thousands of students involved in research across all major areas, and we have an Office of Undergraduate Research. For study abroad, you can go to every continent on the globe, including Antarctica, over 60 countries, over 275 different programs. If you're a sports fan, you can attend games in Spartan Stadium, 72,000 seats, and you can walk to this stadium from any of our residence halls. Our men's and women's basketball team play in the Breslin Center, also on campus. For you students, we've made the NCAA tournament every year of your lives. There are so many other things, though, to be involved in. Over 900 different clubs and student organizations, over 150 live music performances, 28 different sports for intramural and club, active but not dominant Greek life, also another option. You do have to live on campus freshman year and all 4 years. We have both community and suite style bathrooms. We guarantee space though freshman year, but you can live on campus all 4 years if you want. We have 9 dining halls on campus. You can eat in any of them as many times as you like when you are living on campus. We have 20 Sparty convenience stores, making it really easy when you want to pick up an item. We even have our own food truck. In terms of admissions, if you look along the lower left, you'll see our middle 50% for GPA, ACT, and SAT. We take the common application, the coalition application, and the MSU application. We do not require any supplemental essays, so we are very easy to apply to. And Michigan State is test optional. You do not have to submit an SAT or an ACT. We have early action with a November 1 deadline and then rolling admissions. We have already started reading applications. We have already started giving students notifications on admissions decisions. We have a lot of support for you on our campus, 5 engagement centers, which offer free tutoring in most subjects first and second year students are taking, and writing centers as well. Our freshman retention rate is 92%. Each of our colleges has their own career center, and our placement rate within 6 months of graduation is 95%. When you do graduate, you join an alumni network of almost 500,000. This will show you what costs are for tuition, fees, room and board per year. And we have merit-based scholarships that you will be automatically considered for if you're admitted to Michigan State. We hope you'll consider joining us on the banks of the Red Cedar River. The Red Cedar cuts right through the heart of the Michigan State campus. And if you have any questions at all about Michigan State, you can email me, you can call me on my cell phone, or you can text me anytime. I'm happy to work with you all the way to May 1st, and if you come to Michigan State beyond that. Thank you so much, and good luck in this process.
All right, thank you so much. So we are getting ready to hear from our final presenter. So just be sure to get those last minute questions in. But next up is University of Michigan.
Thank you so much, Gwen. Thank you, everyone. Good evening. My name is Sam Jastra, and I work in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions here at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. And I'm excited to share some information about academics and student life at Michigan with you tonight. So we always like to start our conversations by situating you in Ann Arbor. We're about 45 minutes west of Detroit. And there are a lot of reasons that Ann Arbor has been rated among the best college towns in the country. Our central campus is located right in the heart of downtown, so everything that the city has to offer you is really at your doorstep. That includes over 300 different restaurants, bookstores, boutiques, lots of coffee shops, which will be important to you as a college student, museums, independent movie theaters like you can see from the screen. There's so much to take advantage of. If you like getting outdoors, you don't have to go far to find those opportunities for recreation. On our campus, we have an arboretum and a really beautiful botanical garden, but the Huron River also runs right through Ann Arbor. That's a really popular place to find people going kayaking, canoeing, tubing down the river, etc. I think another thing that makes Ann Arbor such a great college town is that it's really accessible. So not only is it a very walkable and bikeable city, but as a student at Michigan, you have access to 2 different bus systems completely for free. So again, everything the city has to offer is really at your doorstep. I really like this slide because it shows you just where our students are coming from. And we're really proud to attract a student body that represents all counties in the state of Michigan, all 50 states, and about 130 different countries. But for us, diversity is not just about where you're from or where you've grown up, right? It's really any number of ways that a student could identify themselves. So that could be your racial and ethnic background, your socioeconomic status. You could be the first in your family to attend college. We have about a 12% first-gen student population on our campus, and 17% of our students are Pell eligible. So we really want to create an environment for you where when you come here, you meet people who are really, really different from you. Students who come from different corners of the world, who might speak different languages, who have different perspectives and worldviews. This pushes us all to grow as learners and as thinkers and as members of our community, but even more than that, that global community as well. So to take a step back, Michigan is a large public research university. We have 19 total schools and colleges right here in Ann Arbor, and we have almost 300 different majors to explore. Of those majors, 70% are actually ranked in the top 10 nationally. So you know that no matter what you study here, you're going to have access to really phenomenal faculty and resources. When you're applying to Michigan, you don't apply to the university as a whole. Instead, you have to apply to a specific undergraduate school or college. The schools that you can choose to apply to are the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts, College of Engineering, School of Nursing, School of Kinesiology, School of Art and Design, School of Music, Theater, and Dance, and the College of Architecture and Urban Planning. Students may also be interested in the 2-tiered admission process for the Ross School of Business. I think students sometimes are really surprised to learn that our student to faculty ratio is only 15:1. So only 7% of our classes are more than 100 students. We're very intentional about making sure you can personalize your education and have those smaller classroom settings even in your first semester here. Now, I mentioned we are a public research university. We're actually the #1 ranked public research university in the country. Our research expenditure every year is about $1.6 billion. Research is not a requirement at Michigan, but if it's something that you're interested in, I kind of think that there's no better place to be. We have a really fantastic program called UROP, which is the Undergraduate Research Opportunity Program. And that's designed specifically for first and second year students to engage in those research opportunities and to collaborate with faculty. So whether this is something you're already doing in high school or if it's completely new to you, there are so many opportunities to jump right into undergraduate research again, even in your first year. So Michigan has really always been known for having a very active and engaged student body. We have over 1,600 different clubs and organizations for you to join, and we really want you to find that home away from home here. So whether you're looking for academic groups, identity-based organizations, fine and performing arts groups, civic engagement or outreach, entrepreneurship groups, for example, there's so much to take advantage of, and we want you to be able to find and build that community. Some of the examples from the screen are students who are working on a sustainable farm on campus. Our solar car team, every year they design, build and race a solar car. They've won 9 national championships for it. And students who are part of Groove, which is an improv percussion group. So these plus hundreds and hundreds of other groups are waiting for you to really make your mark on our campus. Another way that students find and build community is through the residential experience. We guarantee housing for all of our first year students, and about 97% of them will live on campus in that first year. It's something I really, really recommend. In addition to the more traditional housing options, we have a number of what we call Michigan Learning Communities, or MLCs. These are smaller living learning communities centered on a specific theme or topic. So students of shared interests can study and live and take classes alongside others with those interests. For example, we have Women in Science and Engineering, one that's focused on the arts, community service, German language and culture even. It's a great way to find that community on a smaller scale as well. You cannot talk about Michigan without talking about school spirit. We are a Division I school in the Big Ten Conference, and we have a tradition of being the leaders and the best. I can tell you that in a typical year, fall Saturday in Ann Arbor means going to the Big House, which is our football stadium. Largest stadium in the country, second largest in the world. It's filled to capacity at 110,000 people, and the maize and blue is everywhere. The energy and enthusiasm is infectious. And it's not just for sports, it's really for all student organizations. And the last thing I will say is that school spirit and pride is something that will carry with you long after you graduate. Once you graduate from Michigan, you join one of the largest living alumni networks in the world, over 630,000 alums. This is an amazing resource when it comes to helping our students find internship and job opportunities. And it might not be the first thing that you think of for your college experience, but the size and reach of our alumni network is an incredible resource for our students and will become a big part of your Michigan experience, not just while you're here, but long after you graduate. Thank you so much, everyone. I know that was a lot of information in a short period of time, but I'm going to hand it back over to Gwen now.
All right, thank you, University of Michigan. So we have a little bit of time left. So what I want to do is just do a quick round robin of a final question or two for our presenters. It will also give them a chance to answer any last minute questions that are in the Q&A. So if our presenters could spend 30 or 45 seconds and talk about maybe a fun school tradition at your institution or something that you think makes your school unique, kind of a final thought. So we'll just go in the same order in which you presented. So University of Dubuque, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, so a fun tradition here at the University of Dubuque is we like to tie in our family weekend with homecoming weekend. So it's a lot of fun for our students to be able to see the alumni, but then to see the current students. So that's usually a really fun activity for of course, the students. And then, of course, we are a unique characteristic about the University of Dubuque comes from our football team. We actually have the only Division III. We are actually the only Division III school that actually has live replay after a foul or things like that. So that's something unique about us.
All right, perfect. DePauw University?
Yeah, hi guys. I would say the Mona and Bell game. It's our very last football game of the season, usually in the middle of November against our biggest rivals, Wabash College, all-male college just north of us. Every single year, 8 to 10,000 alumni have come to watch this fun football game, Division III institution, and D3 football game that is nationally televised. So people from across the nation come and gather together, Wabash and DePauw alums alike, to cheer each other on and literally fight for this huge bell that comes from a railroad station. So super fun to get together and hang out with everybody just for this one weekend.
Hillsdale College?
Yeah, so one of my favorite traditions at Hillsdale is just for seniors. It's a little bit quirky, but your last semester, our college president hosts 5 formal dinners at his house for the graduating seniors. So you get an invitation in the mail, you talk to your friends, decide which day you want to RSVP for. And it ends up being this like 6-hour-long dinner where several of your college professors are there. And then after dinner is done, our college president starts calling on random students to make toasts or musical performances. He called on me to make a toast explaining how I tolerated the men of one of the fraternities on campus since I was their sweetheart. And so he just knows the students really well and kind of teases them. And if he thinks that you've been fun at the end of the night, he brings out really nice cigars for you to enjoy with him on his porch while you pet his amazing little boxer dogs. So kind of, I guess, a PG college tradition, but that's my favorite one at Hillsdale.
Okay. How about Hope College?
I would say ESPN has ranked the rivalry, which is a basketball game between Hope College and Calvin College. Now, we're 2 Division III schools, and ESPN ranked this the number 3rd college rivalry in the nation. It's just a wild, wild event. Hope Calvin have played over 200 games since the inception of the rivalry. The point differential is like 0.07 points, so it's a game every time. There's about 75 parties that happen around the nation. So Hope alum and Calvin alum get together to watch the game live streamed wherever they are, whether it's a home or in a bar or somewhere. But for a Division III school to be ranked number 3 in the nation for a college rivalry, pretty impressive.
Michigan State?
Yes, thank you. So we have a rock on campus, which we call very originally the Rock. And the Rock actually is painted every day by a different group on campus. But to paint it, they actually have to camp out overnight. And so they'll use it to promote a different event they have coming up, to promote their group. Greek organizations, all different kinds of organizations use the rock. And so it's just really amazing because every day you want to check it out as a student and see what's there, because every day it's different.
All right. Finally, University of Michigan.
We have a similar tradition at the University of Michigan. Right in the heart of our central campus is the DIAG, which is our quad, and there's a gigantic bronze block M on the ground. And similarly, it's protected and really coveted, defended by students. The mythology is that if you step on the block M before you graduate, you're going to fail your final exams. So it's really funny to see the lengths that students go to walk around it. I have a coworker who, even when he walks his dog on campus, he's an alum, he to this day will never walk on it, nor will he let his dogs walk on the block M. So it's just this tremendous respect for the university that I think is a fun tradition to witness.
Well, good. All right, so we're out of time. So I just want to take this moment to thank each of our presenters for being here tonight. Thank you to our attendees as well. I hope you found this valuable and walking away with some good information. Just so you know, when you close out of this particular session, there's going to be a quick 4-question survey. We hope that you will complete that survey, give us some feedback about these programs, and then also a reminder to our attendees that the session was recorded, so you'll be able to have access to that in about a week at the same website where you registered for the program tonight. So again, with that being said, we're at the end of our time. Thank you again, presenters. Thank you, attendees, and have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.